Hello, welcome. So far, our SQL engine is generating tokens from lexer, but we are missing one thing, that how these tokens are related to one another, and that will be determined in our next stage. Welcome to stage 2, where we are going to determine the relation between the tokens generated in our previous stage, stage 1. So let's begin. Before we begin, I want to talk about the data structure that we are going to use. It's called AST. It's more like tree data structure. We are going to store all the tokens in a hierarchical order, right? Since SQL is a hierarchical language, so we need this structure. In this image, you can see right here, select is the parent of where is the parent of from, and these are storing the corresponding values, right? So let's see how we can generate this data structure. In this code, AST node is the basic structure of every node, which is storing a destructor, which is necessary, and a child pointer, which is pointing to the null pointer initially, right? So this is the basic structure that every node is going to have. A child to the next pointer, a destructor with default value, and then we make structures, right? So we are going to make a structure like inheritance of structures. Uh, I know it doesn't sound well, but we are going to do something like inheritance of structures, where SelectNode is the parent node or the root node, whose child would be WhereNode, and WhereNode's child would be FromNode, right? And one more thing about WhereNode. WhereNode is actually storing a structure, right? WhereNode is storing a structure of type condition. Now this condition node has three fields: left, so first is left, second is right, and third is operator. So how does it looks like? Here you can see age is the left portion of the structure, greater than or equal to is the operator portion, and 20 is the right portion. So in this order, we are going to store the conditions inside condition structure, which is stored in WhereNode. Likewise, we have OrderByNode, GroupByNode, right? And they all are inheriting AST node, that is the basic field child. So we have the data structure ready, and we have the tokens ready. How we are going to traverse and in what order, right? Simply we will traverse in a linear order throughout all the tokens that we generated in previous phase. So here in this image you can see select, it will store name comma age or column names. After that, select will have from where as its child, which will store age greater than 20, and where will have from as its child, which will store user or the table name inside it, right? So we are going to make this relation inside our parser.cpp. Yep. And then we will store them in a token inside this tokens, which is a vector of type token. If you do not remember what is token with a capital T, it is actually a structure with two fields, type and value, from our previous stage. Let me show you. here, token with capital T, which has type and value, right? So we have created a tokens array of type capital T token. Here we'll use two helper functions, peek and consume. What is peek? It will simply read the value of current token. That's it. And consume will read the value of current token as well as increment the value of iterator. So we move on to the next pointer. This is the function parser, which returns AST node star or the root node of the tree AST tree that we will generate. I have created pointers to all the structures. Here, inside while loop, we will iterate till the end of file. And that is till the end of command or SQL query. So if peek, which was returning token with capital T, again structure, if structure, if the type field in that structure is equals to select, if we have select keyword as a type, then what we do, we consume it. That is, we put uh, that is, we will take that select value and put it as our parent node inside AST. And then we'll iterate until we find end of file or from keyword. Uh, from keyword. And once and in this loop, while loop, we will keep adding the value of all the tokens that we come across p dot value inside our tokens, inside the columns of our select node. Now again, select node is a structure. Let me show you. And it has its own type column, which is of vector type, that is storing string data types, right? So we are storing all the column names until we come across this keyword from. Coming to the next keyword, from. Now, if we strike from, we will iterate through the query and we will store the value, t dot value of all those tokens until we strike any of these keyword, until we strike where or order or group or end of file. Until we strike any of these four, we will keep iterating the token value and we keep adding those token values in our table, right? Again, you can see it. Here you can see it's table, which is simply a string, not a 2D table. 2x2 array. It's not a 2x2 array. It's simply a string. That's it. Because it's going to be just a table name, one string. Likewise, we have where, which will store the condition, left side of the operator itself, and right side of the operator. And then we store that condition inside WhereNode. We have OrderBy, likewise GroupBy. And yep, I came across two bugs. First one is in case of missing where clause, and second case in case of missing from clause, right? So this was the bug. Let's see the code when we have bugs. And after that, I'll show you the code after fixing those bugs. Yep, here, this portion. No, not this. Nowhere clause. Yeah, nowhere clause. Select star from user. We all know this is a correct SQL query and it is detecting the tokens. But what we have here, we have WhereNode with empty conditions, right? Which is wrong. We do not have WhereNode in this SQL query and we do not even need a where clause in this SQL query. So we need to fix this portion. So that fixing portion has been done here, where I simply determine that select node should directly point to from node without the use of any where node, right? Select node child will be where node and where node child will be from node. Let me comment this out, comment these two portions and this portion as well. Let us run the test again. Here you see same select name from users, and now we do not have any where node, right? The same thing happened in case of missing from. Here we do not have any from, right? And you can see debug AST select column, and then we have null after node. What do you think? If you know SQL, will this SQL query work? Is it a correct SQL query? Let me know in the comments. So that was all for stage 2, building an AST tree or parser based on all the tokens that we generated in stage 1. I'm updating everything on my X Twitter handle and my GitHub as well as my Medium page. Do check it out and do not miss next stages as well. This is Zulfer signing off.